Hello, good evening, Ayatollah. Good evening, fellow sporting fans. Good evening, fellow blues fans. And good evening, my lovely New Zealanders. Once again, it's your one and only Junior. I am just here just to provide a brief analysis of the game that was played on the weekend. In particular, the game of the Blues versus the Chiefs. He played in the Eden Park. Look, this is specifically for Mr. or Mrs. 46429. You know who you are. Okay, now I hope that this message comes across to you loud and clear. First and foremost, the people who have watched my video, thank you very much. I'm very humbled to know that you have implemented and adopted a couple of my opinions that I have previously put up, and it was great to see that my recommendation was implemented into the weekend's game. The players that have been changed and been placed in particular positions, I recommend they should stay. So Matt Duffy needs to be in fullback. Berdine Barrett needs to be at number 10. And just every other player where they are, Akira Iwani, all of the players where they are, they need to be there for the games going forward. Because the good thing is that we are playing a very expansive game, as I noticed over the weekend, whilst being at the stadium. So that was very good to see. The boys playing a very expensive game. Now, what I did notice, and look, I'm not going to lie, the reason why we won the game was because um, we held them out, but there is a lot of critical backlash, and that's directed to the ref. Now, in the last stage of the game, the the fact that the Chiefs were penalized and they were not, the last play was not taken to the TMO, that is a very 50-50 call that could have went anyway. So if that try was awarded, we would have lost the game. Now, I do understand that certain individuals or certain adjudicators or certain facilitators of games are under strict instructions, and they have been provided with the particular instructions. But that's the thing, is for the purpose of the integrity of the game, we certain things cannot happen that will bring the game into disrepute, exactly like how it has happened in rugby league. So with what I'm hinting at is that the game should have not gone to that stage where a call by a referee is going to be put under the microscope. That would have been avoided if our Blues did put in a better performance. Yes, we won, but we shouldn't be proud of that. Proud of that performance. As it's been highlighted, ill discipline. Our ill discipline was very, very bad. Okay, and the only reason I can put to that is the fact we are lacking in fitness. We are lacking in fitness, we are lacking in cardio. Okay, so without further ado, as I've highlighted before, I'm highlighting it again. Okay, the fitness trainer, Leon McDonald, Tana Umanga, they must implement a high cardio regime in their trainings. I recommend 4 days or at least 3 days of intense cardio, intense high energy training sessions for all of the team. What I would be doing first and foremost is military training, when you are training, and after every game, do a train down. So rather than finish the game, go and relax, drink beer, or enjoy yourself. No, should take the players out wherever they are, whether they're playing at home or whether they're playing away, take them out and do a train down of cardio and stretching down. That's what our players need. Our players are lacking in the stamina and in the fatigue. We are fatiguing out in games, and that's where ill discipline comes in. That needs to be done. So this is in the hands of the fitness coach. Okay, as I've got pointers here, the fitness coach must earn their worth. Okay, and they must earn their money. So they must assign cardio sessions, intensive cardio sessions for our boys. At least after every game, there needs to be a train down and there needs to be a mini training session. And then every day for the next 4 days, there needs to be high intense concentrative cardio sessions with high intensity. So the gym training that I showed has to be high sets, high repetition, and minimal breaks. Now, the second thing is we did get into the old habit of when we are playing with the ball that we were playing flat. We need to have players stand deep, okay, and running onto the ball. We must have players do that. Play deep, stand deep, and have players running onto the ball. Okay, and yeah, and what the hell is this? It is unacceptable that when in the possession of the ball to get penalized. How does a team get penalized? It's unforgivable. But that has happened to us quite I think it's happened last 2 weeks. Okay, and that is player infringements. Okay, when being in the attack, player obstructions. Or there's yeah, those are the main things, the player infringement and the player obstructions. If you're playing deep, that does not happen. That's nullified. Okay, so we need to implement an expansive game that we have been, but we need to implement players standing deep and not flat. Okay, and when in defense, move up on the line very fast. Do not go before the ref allows you to. So otherwise you'll be offside, and if you commit repeat infringements, then you run the risk of being sin binned, yellow carded. Do not do that. So you got to have a bit of brains about that. But we must do that. We must stand deep, run hard on the ball, flat passes, no floating passes, flat passes. Okay, look, we've got the skills. Okay, we've got the players. We've got the players. We've got that. But what is important for us, and it's always evidence in the back end of the game, is we are fatiguing and our fitness. So as I mentioned, start implementing regular cardio regimes, no breaks after the game, after every game. Do a train down, 4 days of intense cardio sessions. On the Friday, do light drills, okay, of plays and weight sessions with high intensity and hard cardio. The excessive bulk that is there, that it needs to be gone, now. That is one thing. Oh, and before I forget, after every game, the training down sessions needs to be done with every fit player. Every player needs to partake, except for players that are injured naturally. But ideally, first 15 need to train down. We need to get our fitness levels up. That way we can compete with the likes of the Crusaders and with the like of the top teams from Australia and South Africa. Okay, that's me. Now, take care of yourself and each other, and I look forward to talking with you soon. Take care and good night.